What's up, my guys? Welcome back, man, to the third episode of the Wrasslin Report Card with your boy Cody right here. This episode was super cool because Smackdown here in Oklahoma City, I actually got to go live, man. It was pretty awesome. So that was pretty cool, man. The dark matches were pretty solid. You had Shotzi versus Raquel. And then you also had Roderick Strong versus Ciampa, man. Both really good matches. The Ciampa Strong match was really good. I won't give out any spoilers just because those were dark matches. Then we get into the main show, man. We start off with Paul and Roman coming down to the ring. I thought it was a good skit, man. I just thought Paul talked a little bit too long. I felt like it could have stopped a little bit early. Got a little boring there for a minute. And the hell? Y'all hear that? That guy just thinks he could play his music anywhere, just walk in. But, yeah, as you know, Goldberg runs out. I'm not going to lie, man. Hearing that music live was something else. I've been over Goldberg for a couple years, but hearing that intro live was definitely something you need to experience as a true wrestling fan. Oh, that's true. It's damn true. He came out to the ring, gave his typical Goldberg promo. Roman, I acknowledge you as my next victim. And then yelled, you're next. To be honest, though, like for the filler for WrestleMania, Roman Goldberg, I am intrigued. Overall, I'm going to give that skit a B+ today. I mean, we'll see. I'm sure the match will be disappointing. But for the promo, we'll go ahead and give that a B+. That goes into our next match, man. You started off with Ridge versus Ricochet, which ended in about a minute and a half. And then they go into the tag team match. Why does WWE insist on keep doing that? Just do the damn tag team match. Give them a little bit more time. Let them get a little bit more chemistry. But I won't lie, the wrestling in it was pretty solid. Only thing that sucked is they had Cesaro take the loss. Again, like he wasn't just in a freaking Universal title campaign. But whatever. They end it. Ridge hits his little slam. Pins Cesaro for the 1, 2, 3. Like I said, the wrestling was pretty good. But with all the other crap that went on, man, I'm only going to give this a C+ today. Not terrible. Luckily, Ricochet, Shaemus, all those guys, Cesaro, have really good chemistry with each other, so that really saved that match. Next up, you had the match between Jimmy Uso and Eric of the Viking Raiders, and it's done. Super kick, frog splash. That one maybe lasted a minute and a half. Jimmy gets the win. And then next, we had part 3 of the most storied rivalry maybe of all time in wrestling. Natalya versus Aaliyah. Get this bull off my TV right now, man. I'm tired of this feud, okay? And on a side note, what is Natalya's record on TV for the last 3 years? It's got to be terrible. God-awful. I'm sick of this, man. Get this crap off of the TV. And how interested was the crowd, may you ask, since I was there? Let's just say this was my time to go get a refill on a beer, and I was in a pretty lengthy line. So that's about how interested the crowd was. All in all, man, I'm giving this segment an F. I'm done with it. It's an F. You fail, okay? Let's get some new stuff going on. Honestly, I really don't want to see neither one of them in another beef. After that, man, we get into the McIntyre Madcap promo. It wasn't terrible. I'm not going to lie, the crowd got pretty excited when they seen Madcap kind of sneaking up in there. And then when Drew caught him with the sword, everybody lost it. And I'm not going to lie, I thought the joke he told, the scot-free joke, was pretty funny. I may be by myself on that one. I'll stand on that island and die on it. But I thought that was pretty funny. And then we got our first Claymore of the night, too. And then we find out, guess what? We're getting round 4 of Natalya and Aaliyah. I'm done with it, man. I'm done with it. Come on. All right, now that I've calmed down a little bit, let's get into the rest of the show. Next up, man, you had Shinsuke, Jinder. First of all, this is an IC title match, so glad to know that that's still a thing, because I don't think we've seen that since 1984. So, tight. Typical Jinder match, slow. But I like the idea that it was fresh. We've got the story leading onto it with Sammy. I like that the IC is getting brought back into the picture. So I'm going to go with this one a B-. It didn't hurt anybody. It didn't go too long. You had Sammy on commentary. It still kept it pretty entertaining. So I'm going to go with a B- on that guy today. Next up, we had the New Day versus the Los Lotharios. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. I probably had about Two of my buddies that were there, I had a few friends sprinkled out. I had two buddies that are casual friends. They're not crazy like us. They're just casual friends. They both mentioned that match and how crazy it was. I mean, these guys were flying everywhere. I'm also glad, as is Pat McAfee, that Angel Garza is back to throwing his pants at people, especially at Big E. I don't know why, but that freaking cracks me up. But when it comes to the match, man, sheesh. When I say these guys were flying everywhere, boy, I tell you what, I think Humberto Carrillo scraped his nose on the roof of the Paycom Center when he hit that moonsault. I'm telling you, that dude had so much air under him, it was crazy. Go watch it if you have time. So anyways, the New Day ends up hitting the big ending for the 1, 2, 3. They get the 1. I'm gonna be honest, I'm going with the B+ on this, man. This was really, really entertaining. Like I said, I had people pointing this out. Very entertaining match. And then we get into the main skit. You got Charlotte and Ronda. I like how at the beginning they threw in the swerve of Sasha Banks. Kind of had the crowd. Honestly, the crowd was kind of upset. We wanted Ronda. Nobody wanted to see Charlotte Sasha again. Charlotte was eating her up on the mic when she hit her with the mom versus mom line, talking about Becky, and then she held up her title, said, "This is my baby, and my baby's prettier than yours." So y'all know Ronda wasn't playing that, so she takes off the jacket, ready to go. Sonya steps her annoying ass in the middle, breaks it up. She jumps on Ronda's back. Ronda hits her with that judo slam, and it puts her in the arm bar. And that's the show went off air. For that part, I'm gonna give it a B. It was good. Ronda was just been a little lackadaisical on the mic to me. She hasn't really been with a lot of fire. I hope that does increase as we head towards WrestleMania. So for that, I'm gonna give it a B. Like I said, it was good, just not great. And then afterwards, man, we got into the dark, and I'll attach the video here at the end. But dude, the dark was awesome afterwards. You had Ronda Rousey and Naomi. They took on Charlotte and Natalya. I think Ronda tapped out Natalya in like a minute and a half with the armbar. And then the next part was the best. You had Drew McIntyre and the Viking Raiders taking on the Bloodline. And when I tell you, like, the match was good, but the outside stuff, Paul Heyman, he's running over, getting to it with a kid fan, and he's having to get held back by the Bloodline. He rips his jacket off, gets in the fan's place, flips him the Bloodline finger like it was that finger. And it was just awesome. And then afterwards, he runs over and gives Roman this big old hug. And Roman was sitting there consoling him. It was just wrestling, gold wrestling right there. For the dark, I'm going to go ahead and give that a B+ too, man. It was pretty awesome. All right, guys, that wraps up our report card here for the February 4th edition of Smackdown here in Oklahoma City. Quick recap, you had the Roman Goldberg, B+. We had Ridge and Shaemus versus Cesaro and Ricochet, C+. Next up, you had the Aaliyah Natalya, F. And then next after that, you had the Shinsuke and Jinder match was a B-. And then you had the New Day versus Los Lotharios, really good B+. And then you had the Ronda Charlotte skit. We got that as a B. And then in our after main event, live main event, as you could call it, the Bloodline versus Drew and the Viking Raiders was a B+. All that tallied up into the report card, and we get a final grade for SmackDown to be a C+. Hey, man, that wraps it up for the report card today. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Again, we're brand new at this, only 3 days, and I have 56 subscribers already, so thank you, everybody, for that. Let me know any ideas or anything y'all want to see, man. I appreciate every single one of y'all. As promised, here's the Paul Heyman Roman Reigns skit with the fan. Y'all enjoy. Have a great day.